What is up, guys? How's it going? Yellow. It's been a hot second. But it is good to be back. Kon Tomo, everyone. What's up? My name is Uzuki Tomoya, and I'm back at it with another stream. Thank you so much for the 12 month. Oh, Lee, that's like a whole year. Oh my god. Thank you so much for the 1 year, Choco. Holy cow. That is major respect. Hello. Wow, long time no see, guys, especially the guys from this weekend. Oh man. Well, yeah, so that happened. So I did a concert, guys. And maybe not in the way that anyone would have expected. I apologize for my absence. Two reasons for the absence. One, I wanted to keep it a secret. And two, I was just really busy preparing. Like, it was a lot of prep. Also, yeah, the notifications triggered this, and I still don't know how to fix that. But man, I think all of the practice paid off, and I have so many cool stories to tell you. For those who couldn't make it to the concert, I have gotten permission from the staff to release my set on my own channel, on my socials, and I will definitely do so when I get the files. In fact, I would love to do a watch along and react to my set, and do another stream separately for that, where I can like talk to specific moments and what was going on. Maybe this week. Depends on when I can get the files. They're really busy. I know some of them are still like out there. A lot of them are really busy. So give them the time, give them what they need. But I'm super looking forward to it. But yeah, let's jump right into it. So OffKai Expo Fest 2025 Twilight Reverie Lounge. First of all, a huge thank you first to the guest department for reaching out to me. I am honored, really, honestly, so honored that they chose to have me as one of their guests for this event. Doing a live singing event as Tomoya in the flesh has honestly been like a very long time dream of mine. Also, much thank you. It has, yeah, this has honestly been like, yeah, this has been really everything, the culmination of everything I ever wanted to reach as Uzuki Tomoya. I started this, and I'll maybe I can I guess can how do I even say this, like explain a little bit more what I mean by that. But first and foremost, I love singing, like in every shape and form. I mean, I'm sure you guys can tell based on what I do on this channel. But the whole reason, like, yeah, the whole reason I sing is to perform. I like posting covers. Posting covers is fun. Making covers is fun. But way before I ever made covers, I love to sing on stage. And this isn't like choir, this isn't like this isn't even like, I don't know, like theater or anything like that. Also, thank you. Killed it with the Tokyo Ghoul opening. Oh my god, it makes me so happy. Thank you. And also thank you, before I dig into this, how does it feel to be a 2.5D idol? This is what I'm talking about right now, but it feels like it's really the culmination of everything that I've ever wanted to do. That's exactly how it feels. And yeah, the outfit matching, being able to put everything together into an outfit, put on the outfit that fits so well from the vibes of the concert. Thanks to Renkai's amazing artwork that gave me the inspiration to just wear that outfit out there. Like everything that came together was just so perfect, and it was amazing. Yeah. But also welcome in, Bolik. Hello. But yeah, everything. Yeah, before I ever did anything remotely close to covers, the first thing I ever did to mark, I guess, my step as a musician was in middle school, where I was in choir. And in my senior year of middle school, what do they even call that? 8th grade? Maya, yo, welcome in, Alex. Oh my gosh, drink was banger too. Oh, thank you. Yeah, the drink was crazy. I loved it a lot. Sorry, I keep getting distracted, but in middle school, 8th grade, they allowed us to sing, like, they just let the kids like pick like songs to do and feature as solos and like duets and stuff. And I was like, I want to sing the Tengen Topa Guren Lagan opening at the 8th grade choir concert. And everyone else had piano accompaniment because everyone else was singing American songs, which actually had piano accompaniment. And I was like, I want to sing Sorairo Days by Shoko Nakagawa, and it has no piano instrumental or piano transcription other than whatever some person has posted for the TV size online. And so they let me plug in they let me get an MP3 of the off vocal and blast it on the speakers as I went with my 8th grade ass voice. Also, thank you so much, Zanibus. Absolute giga chat. Holy shit. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for the 20 gifted memberships. Oh my gosh. Thank you for the support. I really appreciate it. Holy cow. Zanibasa. Holy cow. Actually the goats. But yeah, I went out there and I sang it with my 8th grade ass voice, and I think I sounded very mediocre. But I had the time of my life. And since that moment, every single time there has ever been an opportunity to perform a random ass weeb song that I wanted to sing, I have taken that. Fast forward to high school, in like sophomore year, I'm studying Chinese because they offered 3 languages, French, Spanish, and Chinese at my school, and I wanted to be weird and was like, I'm gonna learn Dongwen. And then I was like, okay, we have a Chinese New Year festival, and I went, and every year they made us sing like songs. Like the first song they made us sing was like 1 2 3 3 2 1 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 9 8 anyways. Just basically counting to 10. They also made us, Tonghua is later. But first I was like, I like singing. Can I sing the second opening or the second ending to Sword Art Online in Japanese at the Chinese New Year festival? And the teacher went, what the hell, why not? No one else is singing songs. Tomoya's the only one that actually wants to celebrate and perform something. Sure, we'll give it to him. He studies hard in class. We'll give him this bone. So they let me sing Overfly by Luna Haruna at the high school Chinese New Year event. And I did it. I was just like, fucking, I shouldn't say that. I can't swear. Oh yeah, this is getting demonetized. It's whatever. I was like heckin' like Takaku, or I guess I was like probably like 15 or something. Takaku, kono tewo no bashite. My voice is still kind of shot, but I'll talk about that later. And they let me do it, and they were like, wow, that was really good. And I was like, dang. And then like half the people were also like, why are you know what, it's fine. Why are you singing Japanese? And then the next year I was like, I'm gonna sing Tonghua because that's a classic, and everyone's like, let's go Tonghua, and it was actually really fun. But and then yeah, and that's where it started. I sang at these random, Sword Art Online, my favorite Chinese cartoon, actually, for real. And I just was like, send it. And then, I don't know, the next thing that comes up, high school senior year, we have the Heritage Fair. I'm like, oh, I'm part of the J-pop club. I want to sing a Vocaloid song. Oh my god, everyone's here. Yeah, my favorite donghua. Sword Art Online. So yeah, I just sent it. I was just like, all right guys, Ruler of My Heart. I do like Ruler of My wait. I actually, okay, this is spoiling it, and I know if I say this, it will take months to go into fruition, but I have a Japanese cover planned of Ruler of My Heart. One of my friends wrote trans lyrics to it, and I haven't executed on that yet, but it is on my queue of stuff to get to. In solidarity with you, King, I asked my choir director to sing the Yuri on Ice opening, and she was like, questionless, okay, ball, I guess. For real. Actually, though. For real, that's such a mood. That's actually such a mood. But yeah, they let me go up there, and one of the songs I sang at the OffKai Fest, Jougen no Tsuki, was the song I sang for my senior year high school heritage fair in the J-pop culture club, aka the anime club, that didn't want to be called the anime club. Funny enough, the person I borrowed the jacket from for the concert was my friend from that anime club. Actually, they were the president at the time, and I was the vice president. And we are still friends, and I borrowed their jacket because I did not have a stylish enough jacket for that show. So, crazy intertwining of things. Singing the same song, borrowing their jacket. Anyways, funny stuff. So yeah, that song has a lot of history with me. One of the first ever things I ever performed live in front of basically my entire school, which was maybe like 500 kids and like I don't know, 30 faculty, maybe more. And like, I don't know, like so many people afterwards came up to me and was like, Tomoya is that person that sings now. And it was like, it was really an honor. And I wasn't even that good. I had started taking vocal lessons at that point, but yeah, this week's Jougen no Tsuki was probably like 10x of what it was in high school. Oh man. But yeah, it actually amazing time. But yeah, from that moment on, I just like, you know, it's always been with me, and from then on, it's really just been like, I started posting covers on, you know, my channel before Tomoya, and if you found that, congrats. If you haven't, sucks to suck, I guess. You can hear me in my infancy. But like, it's been a long time of just not really kind of performing under that alias, but like just doing karaoke contests has like helped just like grow my love for singing on stage. Though, oh my gosh, this takes me back to before I could ever sing on stage. I think if you two want to ever sing on stage like me, the number one most important thing to doing that is to have to have a completely awful experience performing on stage. Because after you've had that horrible experience, everything, you cannot possibly do worse than that. And that experience happened when I was probably 16, where I went to an anime convention and I had to be like 15 actually. I went to an anime convention. They had a karaoke room. And I went to go try to sing Cruel Angel's Thesis. And everyone was like, yeah! and then the song came on and it was in a different key than I thought, and I didn't know the words. And even worse, I was cosplaying as Kaneki Ken. Like, no, I wasn't Kaneki Ken for that one. I was Shinji Ikari, and it was, I didn't know the lyrics. I was like, through half the song. And then I like tried singing the English lyrics, and then I was like, wait, I don't know those either. And then the lyrics wouldn't scroll. I didn't know what was going on. Also, thank you so much, Yuki and Yuna, for the raid. Oh my gosh. Yo, get fresh food. Welcome in, raiders. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you. Anyways, I had to sing for this, and I just couldn't. There was the wrong octave. My voice was cracking. I didn't know any of the words. 90% of the song I didn't get to sing, and it was the most embarrassing. Is it a good thing to get a raid? Yeah, it just means more people are joining and stopping by. But yeah, it was just the most awkward, embarrassing experience of my life. Maybe after I think that was more awkward and embarrassing than the time like we were watching a movie in class and I was like doing homework and like my AirPods or like my earbuds were like blasting random ass weeb music and it was louder than the movie through the earpods and everyone was worried I was gonna get hearing damage. Yeah, that was probably up there with embarrassing moments. I will still cringe at that. But also Lunari, thank you. Thanks for stopping by. But anyways, I don't think I will never forget that horrible, embarrassing moment in front of 30 odd people in a random karaoke room at an anime convention. Never went to that convention again, by the way. I was too embarrassed to show my face, especially in the karaoke room. Came here from Twitch. Is Uzuki Tomoya streaming? I know, right? Never happens. Never happens, but did happen today. Hi, sorry, we rated you. Thank you, Duo Leveling. Of course, anytime. Thank you so much for the raid. Sounds like I handled it really well. Well, I was horribly stage fraught after that for the longest time. But they say the greatest way to yeah, he is a legend. Some say he's not even streaming now. Yes. I did sing live on stage. Yes. And if you want to see it, I will be posting my full performance eventually once I get it. But staff is still working on that and give them all the time they need because they need time to work on that. And so, yeah. But I would love to share it with everyone. Eventually. I think it should be sooner rather than later. Shout out to the OffKai Expo staff. Once again, I don't think I could state this enough, and I will say this as many times as I need to. Working with the OffKai Expo staff has been and always will be an absolute pleasure. Every single one of them is an absolute joy to both work with, hang out with, and just be a part of things with. It was an absolutely phenomenal experience. You know, everyone is so cool. I've never felt more like, oh, I'm just hanging out with like my people, but everyone at the same time is like locked in and we're just trying to put on a good show. We're all trying to work towards a common goal, and it was just such an amazing and awesome experience. Thank you everyone who I had the pleasure of working with. You guys put on an amazing show, and I was just happy to be a mouthpiece for that. First of all, the show started on time, or maybe a little late, and ended early. When does a show ever end early? When does a show ever run that smoothly? Everything was executed to a T. It was a great experience. It was just great. I loved it. And so I would say if anyone is ever interested in working with OffKai, how did it end early? That's what I'm saying. But if anyone is ever like, oh man, working with OffKai, I don't know. It's like, you have my vouch. Like, absolute pleasure to work with. And of course, I try to make myself as easy to work with as possible. But they just made it even easier with the communication. It was just great. And I'm very sorry I missed one because I just lost it on my calendar. But yeah. Yeah, thank you so much, OffKai staff. So where was I? Getting over performance anxiety. So from there, yeah, you really, the only way to conquer your nerves is to face your fear. Once you've had the worst possible stage experience of your life, nothing can ever be worse than that. And so from then on, I just, continued doing it. I would just, the thing that's great about anime convention karaoke is it gives you performing experience. And I think that's something that is extremely underrated. Also, Sandflare was goated. Yes, thank you so much, Sandflare, for the absolute amazing support. Also a pleasure to work with you guys. You guys are awesome and extremely, extremely talented, hardworking. Love the energy you guys brought. I would love to do stuff with you guys again. Absolute pleasure. But where was I? Basically, anime convention karaoke is an amazing way to build your skill set because everyone's a weeb. Everyone likely is at least familiar with the song you are going to sing, or at least it's like, oh, I love these kinds of songs. You go there and you will see the highs of the highs and the lows of the lows between people who are just starting their performing journey and people who have been performing for a very long time. And you just get to go up on stage and you get to, because there's almost always a stage and there's maybe like 20 to 30 people there that you've never met before. And you get to go and sing a song you really like in front of a bunch of people you've never met before. And what you do on that stage is entirely up to you. You can stand there and you can sing your song, and that is totally fine. Or you can go up there and you can just pump the crowd. You can run side to side on the stage as long as you're not breaking anything. Obviously, there are limits to what you can actually do physically. But if you want to make it a show, you can make it a show. And there are 20 to 30 people that will maybe see you next year. And that is where the only place they will ever see you, You can do whatever you want on that stage, and you can learn to perform. And the greatest thing about Anime Con karaoke is the karaoke contests. Because not only, I say this time and, well, I don't say this time and time again, but I will say it now because I have thought it time and time again. But what is great about karaoke contests, it is a high stress, but low stress preparation and like forging ground for becoming a performer. They do contests, yeah. Because sure, you are getting evaluated, but when you perform at a karaoke contest, they are not just evaluating how well you sing. Yes, that is part of it. But they are also evaluating how entertaining you are and how well you can put on a show, which is what is important for doing a performance. And I think this is a lot of things that like, this is one thing that a lot of people don't have experience in as cover singers, or like it's the thing that not many people like to do, because going on stage is not perfect. It's imperfect. You can record a cover and you can make it as perfect as possible. You can mix it, and I am definitely one to admit to that. Every single note that I sing in a cover has been pitch corrected to be exactly on the note. It has been stretched and moved to fit exactly where the downbeat sits in every cover I do. But live performances aren't like that. Live performances, you will never be perfectly on key. You will never be perfectly on time. You will mess up. You will miss notes. You will mess up the lyrics. You will come in late. You will come in early. And that is the beauty of a live performance, because on a live performance, you can do things special in a way that no one else will be able to do in their recording, because every live performance is different and the show must go on. So you go up, you perform, you do your karaoke contest thing, you mess up, you go, oh shoot, I messed up, and then you keep going. And that's, yeah. And that's the beautiful thing about singing and performing. And yeah, I've locked in the past few minutes as he yaps in my ears. Bro. But yeah, so what's great about karaoke contests and now that I've kind of laid the stage, is you have to prepare. You have to memorize a song, often in Japanese if you're going to an anime convention, in a language you don't know, and half the time you don't know half the words, which is also great because if you're learning Japanese, you get to learn a lot of random vocabulary that you will never use in everyday talking. Like, for example, yugure. Okay, you might actually use yugure. What's another one? Oh yeah. Sekigaisen is a word I learned from the Macross Delta opening. Or Macross Frontier. Macross Frontier Northern Cross song. Sekigaisen. Can anyone take a gander at what Sekigaisen means? It means like infrared radiation. When are you ever going to use infrared radiation? Can it be Korean? Yes, of course. Any type of song, often in a foreign language. Usually it's Korean or Japanese. But yeah, you will learn a bunch of random vocabulary. That's cool, right? You are going to be singing songs with words you are not familiar with. And you will be forced to learn them extra hard because you can sing a song in your comfort language and it is much easier to memorize, but you have to work double hard to memorize the song in a language you don't know. And then, as you're learning the song, as you're learning the words, you practice that song over and over and over again. And you learn that song in and out. And then you know that song for basically the rest of your life. Okay, sure, you will forget it, but anytime you can relearn that song and it will be infinitely easier. And you can bring that song to any anime convention karaoke, any stage really, and you can sing it. And then you know how to sing it. But all the preparation work forges you into becoming a better performer, because once you know the song and you are not, and the one thing that you are focusing on stage is not remembering the lyrics, but singing the song, it then opens up the door to performing. Because performing, yes, performing is just singing the song, but performing is and can be so much more. You can go up on the stage and you can say, hello, my name is Tomoya and I'm going to be singing These Nuts by Yo Mama. And then you sing These Nuts by Yo Mama. That's not a real song, I just made that up. But you know, you sing your song and you leave. And then, or you can go up and say, what's up guys, my name is Tomoya and today we're bringing you a song that many of you guys may not know, but a classic of mine. This is These Nuts by Yo Mama. If you know the words, sing along. Hey, hey. And then you bring in the energy and everyone's like, you know, they've been sitting in that room for a little bit. They've been listening to people singing karaoke for a bit. And they're like, yo, yay, wait, this guy's got the energy. Hey, hey. And the greatest thing about an audience that you don't get when you record a cover is you just get to create an experience together. Anything, you can go up and say like, hey dude, okay, well, within reasonable etiquette, right? You can say, don't think you say by Yo Mama in the song. but you can get them to do anything, really. The audience is there because they're chilling, and you know what? They're probably like just waiting for their turn to sing. But like they're down to do anything. For the most part, like as long as it's within reason. So you go up there and you just like come on everyone, let's clap at this part, come on. And then you just like you signal and you use your body language, just tell them to clap, or you pump your fist and you're like, hey. And of course the first 10 times you ever do this, it will be awkward as hell because you will not know how to do it right. You'll be like, all right everyone, let's cheer, hey, and then you will be totally off like beat, or you're like, hey, and you'll be a little shy about it. 10, 20 times you've done this, it will feel like you've always done it. Your background music as I lock in, have fun. Lock in, let's go. But yeah, it's just like, it will become natural, and it does become natural. And then once you have that skill set, it's something you can carry with you forever. Because at a certain point, once you begin to feel comfortable on stage, you will begin to long for the stage. And that's where I have been. And that's what takes me to where I am today. As a VTuber, your career path, or at least it is very hard to do that, I guess. Because you are sitting behind I am right now sitting behind my computer monitor, and I am talking to nobody. I mean, I'm talking to all of you guys, but there is nobody directly in front of me. There is nobody that immediately as I say, "What's up, guys? How are you feeling?" can immediately say, "I feel like shit." Like right back, and you go like, "Me too," right? Like there is nobody. Yes, like right, you guys are there, but when you are on stage, when you are a VTuber, like it's completely different. And even when you do live shows online, yes, you can do that, right? You can pump the crowd, but there is latency. You're not there in person, and it like some people love that. And I totally respect them for that. But me, I long for that interaction. I want to see, like, with my eyes and feel it, like, with my skin, like, the people there in the crowd, in the audience, and the energy of everything together. Because right now, my room is quiet. I have no idea what you guys have in your room, what atmosphere you are in. I can't read the vibe, you know? I mean, yes, you can from the chat. I can ask, you can describe. But, like, when you are in the venue, everyone feels that energy. Everyone feels the vibe. And it's like, it's amazing. But even back in the green room, even back in the stream room, you can hear it. You can feel it, but I guess you can hear it, you can read it, you can see it, but you can't feel it, in my experience. I mean, others, I can't feel it, you know, if I'm back there. Even when I do karaoke streams. Like, I love singing, I love doing karaoke. But when I do karaoke streams, I just don't feel that same amount of, you know, energy as being on the stage and being with everyone and enjoying like those moments together. Like that stuff is what I love and what I yearn for. And as a VTuber, it's hard to get that because as you ascend up into levels of popularity, the only way to do that is to go up there and show your face, which is the thing that VTubers don't do. That is, except for a few exceptions, which is like the 2.5 VTubers, and I guess now me. And so yeah, Biggest Nodders, live IRL special. Welcome in, Ying. Thank you for stopping by. Oh man, Ying also has been somewhat of a mentor and inspiration. I would say one of the very first times I was ever inspired to do this and to sing like this was watching Ying live on stage when I was like 17. Being there in person, feeling the energy, all of that has fed into who I am today. I will never forget literally the one convention that jump-started my existence as a performer, really. That was also one that, and I can talk about that arc later. that is, in my personal life, I have gone through so many performer arcs. Each one kind of has its own story in a way. Each performance is special, and that's what makes it memorable. Yeah. But yeah, it's like, as a VTuber, if you, and I will not speak to what I could say, I will only speak to, as an outsider, what I can observe about, you know, those who go into the large corporate VTuber scene is, at a production scale where you are representing a company brand, you know, you don't really have the, like, what is it? Just like the permission to just go out there and like, boom, my name is Uzuki Tomoya. This is what I look like. And now I'm going to sing on stage in front of you. You know, you can't do that because you are representing the company and the company's brand is virtual talents. And you are a virtual talent. And if you break that, you are breaking the image of the company and the brand. Maybe certain companies will allow you to do that, but for those who are very rooted in both idol culture and just virtual talent culture, that is not something, as you ascend the rungs and kind of reach the epitome of what it means to be a a corporate streamer, like, you will not, like, that is not in your career path. It is fun to be a VTuber, yes, but your career path is not working towards being able to sing on stage live. Yeah, you don't get to like sing as yourself, you know. You are the character, you do your show. And that's great. Like, I think that's great. But it's not for me. I mean, it's not for me. Obviously, like, you know, I could do that, and I would be happy doing that too. But what I want also out of VTubing is to be able to do more than that and feel those feelings of being on the stage with everyone and do more of that. And that's what made this show and makes every show so special. I will say though, this show was especially special because this is the first time I've ever actually been like a headliner. Is that what they call them? Like a guest? Like, this is Uzuki Tomoya and he is performing at this show. Everything else I've done has been, oh, you won the karaoke contest. This is our random karaoke contest winner who gets to sing live on stage this year in front at the closing ceremony, which is a huge stage, a huge amount of people. Or you are a contestant and you get to sing with like I don't know, freaking like I don't know, like Bandmate or whoever is judging you as you are doing your karaoke contest, right? Like, it's like, okay, sure, that, yeah, like, that's cool, but you are effectively, to everyone in the audience, some random guy who sings well, or performs well, or both. No one in that room is going to be able to go like, oh, okay, well, that random guy was good. Let me go support them. Because it's just like, oh, that was just some guy, and I'm just some guy. That was really cool. Thank you for the show. That was awesome. OffKai, like, I show up as Uzuki Tomoya. Sure, maybe only like 5 people in the room know who I am, but that's fine. I go up, I do my set, I sing my song, and people go, wow, that was really cool. And I will still be so flattered that honestly, so many people came up to me after the show and were like, you were awesome. You had so much energy. I loved it so much. Thank you so much. Like, and all I could say to that is really thank you for listening. Thank you for sharing in the energy. I couldn't have done it without you. But yeah, like I was not expecting people to like, you know, be there. I was there. I was doing it for the love of the game. I was like, I want to be there and I want to be in the moment. And like, what made it special is I was dedicated 30 minutes to sing a set of songs that I knew or learned and loved. And then people afterwards get to say, wow, Uzuki Tomoya's kind of cool. I'm going to go watch his next concert. Or I'm going to go like watch his covers now. And like, that's insane. Like, I've never been able to do my concert or do a set as a concert as like, as an identity. As someone who's not just a guy and a nebulous cloud within the sea of performers that show up on that stage. Like, it was insane. I cannot appreciate enough everyone that stopped by and said hi and was like, wow, like, I've never met you before, I've never heard of you, but you killed it out there, and I'll be watching the next time you do something. I was like, wow, I don't even know you, but like, as someone who's like heard this and like, yeah, it's just like, who's done these types of things before, it's like, wow, like, that's amazing. I've never had that feeling before. And yeah, it's just like, thank you Dark Magician as well. Yeah, it's really something special. I mean, there's other fun things to the concert too, like, you know, I just showed, like, obviously you guys now know what I look like, which is fine. Like, I'm not, being a VTuber has never really been about hiding my face. It's honestly more been about protecting my privacy in a way. And also more, you know, protecting the privacy of others that, like, you know, for example, if something ever happens and I become wildly popular and I become recognizable on the street, you know, it's like, I don't want the people around me to feel like, oh my God, that person must be really popular too, or like to harass the other people who want to keep their identities private. So like, when I went up on stage, I smacked a bunch of makeup on my face. I've been practicing makeup for a little bit. I've been practicing makeup, like, I've learned, a decent amount. I think I'm decent at makeup now at this point. I wouldn't say I'm a pro, but I know how to make my makeup and my skin look very smooth and like, yeah. It hides a lot of my features, honestly. The hair also hides a lot of my features, you know. And so being able to hide my identity was or like, you know, disguise myself a little bit while still being able to be there. And the ears, you know, just putting on my normal ears that I was born with, you know, hides a lot of my identity while still allowing me to be out there and do my thing, you know. And so being able to combine all that together is really special. Because yeah, it's enabled me to finally do what I love. But yeah, Juicebox said, I remember you asked me if I was still singing a long while back. I almost quit due to a very sad moment. Now I'm thinking about it. You're one of the reasons why I got back to singing. That honestly means a lot. And just as I have been inspired by so many people before me, I only hope that I can inspire more people to go out and sing there. Did such a great job with the outfit. Even Renkai artist was like, oh my God. Thank you. Oh my God. Okay, wait. Outfit tangent time. This outfit stressed the heck out of me. Okay, so happy late Diwali. Happy late Diwali. Yeah. It is Diwali. Yeah, we actually had a celebration at my IRL job today. It's very nice. Happy Diwali, everyone, for those who celebrate. Gotta do a cosplay photo shoot. Need to see the fit? Honestly, that's not a bad idea. I probably would. It's pretty fresh though. Yeah, but it was stressful because, hear me out. Okay, pants, no problem. I have dress pants. Shoes, no problem. I have dress shoes. White button-up shirt, no problem. Very easy to get. Yellow tie, yellow scarf, Amazon $15, next day delivery. No problem. Easy, easy clap. Vest that fits, that is pinstriped and looks nice on me. Where do you find with lapels? The lapels, like the little flappy things. Very hard to get. I bought one. I went to like a Chinese website, you know, or like I think it's Shein or something. I was like, wait, I asked my friend who does like cosplay stuff, like, how do I find one of these? What are these called? And they're like pinstripe vest with lapels. And I looked that up. They send me a link. I buy it. Because the pinstripe is what the outfit had. So I was like, I get that. So I buy that. And I'm like, oh shoot, it's going to ship. It's going to be like a month to get here. Luckily, I was preparing in advance. But I was like, oh shoot, there is a totally real chance that this doesn't get here on time. So I went on Amazon and I bought a backup one. I checked a week before and I'm looking through. I ordered two things from Shein, the ears and the vest. And I get a notification saying, or maybe it's 2 weeks before, I get a notification saying, your Shein package has been delivered. I check, it's the ears. And I'm like, yay, okay, great. I got the ears, which are obviously always on my head, you know. Oh, the tariffs too, that's a thing. I check on the jacket. I'm like, wait, where's the shipping number for this? I can't find the shipping number for the jacket. I searched Shein in my industry, like my whole email, like, thing. What do you mean? Oh yeah, ears, you know, like human ears. I had to play the part, you know. You need to dress IRL? The V person also, yeah, I was going to dress up in the outfit of the, because it is a fancy event. You are supposed to wear a suit and tie. You know, it's that kind of venue. It's that kind of vibe. That's what the show is all about. And the wonderful promotional art that Renkai did featured exactly that. So that's why I decided to wear that outfit. But this vest did not have a tracking number. And I look it up and I scroll all the way back and I had missed an email that was right, like the day after I ordered it, it said, your order has been canceled successfully. Apparently my order for the vest got canceled and I started freaking out because the Amazon vest that I got that arrived like later did not fit well at all and it was too long. It didn't fit well. It was baggy and I was like, this is gonna look like a bag on me. So I tried ordering again with the express shipping option, and I crossed my fingers that it would not take the 30 days that it said it would, because it was like a week or two before the concert. Fast forward, or wind back a little bit. The other troublesome part, the jacket. I mentioned that I borrowed this jacket from my high school friend. That is because 2 reasons. One, it is hard to find a suit jacket that kind of looks like that has like crisscross lining inside. And unfortunately the corduroy jacket I got to wear did not have the crisscross lining. But, you know, it was convincing. But the thing is, my friend found a jacket that looked kind of close online. It had like the crisscross pattern inside. So who are you and what have you done with Uzuki Tomoya? So true. So true. For real. Who is this guy? So the jacket had like, yeah, it had the nice like crisscross like puffy pattern on side, but it looked like just like a bomber jacket. And this is one my friend got me, and bless their heart, like I appreciate they found this one for me. They sent me the link. They bought it for me. They got it shipped for me. It looks like a great jacket. I would wear it every day. But I got it and I was like, oh no, this is not the suit jacket vibe. Or as I was ordering it, I was like a little bit concerned it wouldn't quite fit the venue vibe. So I asked my friend, what else do I search up to find the jacket? And we found the jacket, the exact jacket online. It was pretty heavy looking. But it had the crisscross. It was very fancy. It was kind of like a shortened trench coat. It was your perfect, like, nice looking jacket that has like the stitching, has like the cuffs, has the lapels, has everything. I order it through a seller. First I looked and I was like, oh shoot, this one's a large, I can't order. I finally find one in my size. I get it. I buy it. I purchase it. 2 weeks later, I get an email. We no longer have this. This is from a secondhand seller, by the way. This is someone who owned the jacket who is then selling it secondhand. We don't have the jacket anymore. They must have sold it to someone else. And I'm like, they were shipping this from like England. It was going to make it on time. But there was no way any other order of this jacket was going to make it on time. And I'm sitting here like, what do I do about the jacket? That's the most important part. So I go over to my friend's house to like, you know, practice makeup because they know how to do makeup. So they're like, okay, first I'm like, what makeup do I need to buy? And they're like, boom, this is what you need to get. I get it. We practice, you know, and it's great. But I put on the cosplay I have. I also have a really shitty Tomoya wig because this Tomoya wig was being done by another friend. And that other friend, like, I shipped them the wig, I shipped them the ears. They help put everything together. They help do the styling because I don't know anything about styling. And I have friends locally who know stuff about styling, but they are very busy. And this friend was like, give me money, I will do it. And I was like, I will give you money and you will do it. So I put on the very questionable Tomoya wig. I put on the very questionable ears. I put on the backup Amazon vest. I put on the jacket, and it's just like, it looks really bad. For the backup vest was not it. We pinned the heck out of it. It was not it. The wig looked like I had been through the washing machine, and I was so scared that everything was just not going to look anywhere near convincing. Like, and we're just like, they're like, wait, I might have a jacket that works with this. We go into their closet. We pull out the corduroy jacket. We put it on. It's like, wait, what if the colors don't match? It's kind of brownish. We put it on, matches with the pants, matches close enough with the vest color. We pin it to the vest. I can move my arms. It works perfectly. And I'm just like, can I please borrow this? And they are like, please. This is the closest thing you will get to the jacket in time. So that is the story of how I got the jacket from my high school friend, because my 2 backups fell through, or well, one of them kind of just wasn't close enough to the vibe when it came in person. The other one got canceled. The vest got canceled. The Amazon backup didn't work. Luckily, the wig made it to my friend. They styled it. I just gave them the measurements. for my face. They styled it perfectly. I put it on for the first time the week of the concert. Not even the week, the day of. It fits perfectly. We pinned the ears onto it. It's totally comfortable on my head. I'm not sweating too much. We do the makeup. Everything comes together 3 hours before the concert. Everything fits well. The vest arrives on time on Monday. The backup for the backup that I ordered makes it on time on Monday. I bring it with me to the concert. I put it on. The jacket fits perfectly. It pins perfectly to the vest. We pinned the vest a little bit more. It fits my body shape really well. Yeah, I mean, it's not perfect, but it works, you know. The tie, the scarf, the colors match perfectly. The shoes are close enough to the pants of the jacket. The wig matches well. It fits on my head. We glue on the bangs. It hides my IRL hair color. I don't need to bleach my eyebrows. The makeup blends in. It's the perfect skin tone color to match with everything. Everything comes together 3 hours before I have to go on stage, and it works. And it's the most relieving feeling of my life that everything that I've worked for the past 2 months has come together. And I haven't even started about the performance prep, the song memorizing, and how I did that. This is just the outfit. And they say getting dressed was the easy part. I would have loved to have everything together a month before, but shipping and purchasing and fitting and learning and getting the makeup stuff. I said I learned makeup. I learned most of it the week before, but I'd done some cosplay practice and cosplay makeup beforehand. But this is essentially my second time ever really having to do makeup for an outfit. And like, the first time I ever used entirely my makeup, because I usually was borrowing my friend who had a similar skin tone. This time I used entirely my own makeup. I purchased it off Amazon or at whatever store. The concealer, I was in there with like my friend who was my +1 who was helping me with the makeup, and they were like, all right, this is foundation. You apply it like this. Is this primer spray? No, that is setter spray. You wear that afterwards. You didn't buy primer spray. Well, shit. You know, but everything comes together. The makeup all works out. Despite it being like my second time, my first time ever using all my own makeup. And it was just like, okay, it works. I am Uzuki Tomoya now. Thank goodness that the outfits worked out, especially my hands were super sweaty listening to your story. I know, right? Despite all the backups that happened, aside from the jacket, which actually ended up working out perfectly, I didn't need to use a single backup. The greatest thing about the jacket too was it was corduroy. It was thick. It worked perfectly with pinning the shoulders because there was no risk of the fabric tearing because it was so dense. As I was moving around, I could do all my stage movement. It flowed perfectly over my shoulders. The scarf didn't get in the way. The tie was the perfect color and fit and looked great. Oh, thank you so much, Shiro P, for the 10 months. Holy cow. Everything worked out. The bangs glued on perfectly. They didn't take off pieces of skin from my face. My makeup didn't smudge. The eyeliner didn't go all over my face as I tried to apply it, even though I'm a noob. The blush didn't overdo itself. Everything worked out. It was really just amazing. And yeah. So it just came together and it worked. And yeah, again, as much as I would have loved it to be together a month before, it wasn't gonna happen. I just wish I just didn't need to prepare so many backups, but yeah, I did. And it worked out that I did. I'm glad I did. Because yeah, I did not want to show up and have a single piece of the outfit missing because I didn't have a backup for it. Because if I showed up and I didn't have the vest, I didn't have the jacket, I didn't have the tie, I didn't have the scarf, I didn't have the ears, I had the shitty wig. It would have been like, okay, sure, yeah, he performed well, but like, it would have hurt my soul a little bit. And by a little bit, it just would have been, what could have been, you know? And so it all worked out. and I'm very happy. And that is also why I am so happy and proud to share the VOD with you guys, because it is the culmination of these 2 months in prep work, in not only performing work, but also outfit work. The aura matters on stage and your effort paid off. That is true. It is both the aura of the outfit and the aura of the vibes, the everything. The everything. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Part 2. The practice. Of the 6 songs that I picked, I initially was going to do 5, and I had to provide a list of songs initially to say, hey, you know, do you have the licensees for these songs? What can I sing? And I provided the list, and they got back to me and they said, you can sing these songs. You have your backups prepared. And I gave them the list, and they're like, we worked it out. And it's like, okay, we can sing these songs. And I'm learning the songs, and I listed songs that I knew and songs that I wanted to sing. How I came to the songs was, I was at work, Spotify came on, boom, anime song plays that I know, and I'm like, oh, I like this song. Oh, I could sing this one. Or I'm out on a walk, Light My Fire comes on, I'm like, oh, I love this song. Light my fire. And I'm thinking to myself, you know, it would be so cool to like sing a song where I can like, you know, get audience participation. Oh, this song has woes. I want to do woes with the crowd. Boom, Light My Fire goes onto the set. I'm like, I'm just walking. Macross Frontier, Northern Cross comes on. I'm like, I like Lion, but Lion is so... Everyone sings Lion. Yeah, the Shauna opening. Yeah. The Shauna opening. I'm like, I like Northern Cross. I love this song. Boom, goes on to the set list. Songs that almost made the cut, but didn't. Bansanka by Tuki. I like that song a lot, but didn't make the cut because the vibes just weren't there. I was singing it and I was just like, I can't farm the energy with the song. It's a beautiful song. But in the back of my mind, I am thinking, I just want to go out there and like send it with my energy. And this song also is impossible to breathe in. I cannot sing this one live. We are not going to sing it live. So I axed Bansanka from the song list. I'm like, also like, I need songs that I know because I need to do, this is my first ever live in-person set. I need to also have songs. I have to learn 6 songs in 2 months. And I need to learn them. And I need to memorize them while getting the outfit together, while going to my 9 to 5 every day. That is more like a 9 to 6 or 9, more like actually I come in at like 10 and I leave at 8, but still. And I was like, boom, I know Unravel. I have sung it before, kind of. It wasn't like a super big like concert or anything, but I know Unravel. I will sing it. Boom, Unravel on the set list. Jogen no Tsuki. Sang this song in high school. I sing it all the time at karaoke. I've sung it at other places. I know this song really well, but I sometimes forget the lyrics. I think I performed this song at 3 different performance occasions. One of them was really embarrassing and I messed it up really badly because I forgot the lyrics. Other one was high school. That one was good. Another time I just did it as like a song. It's a classic for my set list, my repertoire. Boom, goes on the set list. Yeah. Never knew I needed more Tomoya screaming Tomo until unraveling the world. Yeah. I also, within the past few months, have slowly started to figure out how to do Screamo. False chord Screamo. But also working towards not false chord Screamo. But false chord Screamo is where you go like, yeah! And you do that. That's false chord. So like, I've started to learn how to do that. I need the VOD so bad. I will get it to you, Nen. It will be public. Eventually. Not fry screaming. This is false chord screaming. It's not quite the same. It is not quite the same. But, I'm working towards fry screaming. We're not quite there yet. But yeah, I have learned how to do that. And where you scream but don't scream. Exactly. So because I learned to do that recently and I'm like starting to get into it without like actually killing my voice, I was like, wait, I actually can do Unravel. So boom, that one goes on the set list. What are we at? That's 4 songs and there's the two more. Yeah, so Light My Fire. Oh, Lapis Lazuli. Lapis Lazuli because I love the song. I've sung it once, I know I've sung it for sure once, and I've learned it before very well. I just knew it for something else. I performed a TV size once for like the round 1 of a karaoke contest. I was like, I love this song. I can sing this song well. I've learned it enough that I can polish the lyrics. I can make it up. I can like figure it out in time. So I put it all together and I'm like, boom. Set list. Last one. I look at the other performers and I'm like, I know Hazumi shows up for stuff. I see her at these events. You know, she's always tweeting, I went to this event. I went to this event. She's performed in front of people before. She's been on stage. She's shown her face. I'm like, yo, Hazumi, what if we did a duet? Can we ask OffKai staff if we're allowed to do a duet? And she's like, yo, let's do it. So we ping the staff. At this point, this is very early on in the convention, like in the planning stage. And we're like, we would like to do a duet. And first, like, it's like, oh, okay, well, Tomo's set's gonna be on stage and Hazumi's set's gonna be like, you know, from the, you know, at the venue, but like from behind the screen with her model. We're like, okay, yeah, cool. Hazumi will be virtual and you will sing on stage. We're like, cool, okay. Wait. What if you just showed up in person for this set? What if we just like, you know, you only have to memorize half a song. I only have to memorize half a song. We just do it. And she was like, I'm down. Let's ask. We clarify. Staff is like, we're cool with it. Let's just check in real quick behind the scenes. Boom. Staff is like, yes, you are good to do this. I'm like, all right, cool. How the heck do we practice this? How do we learn this song, figure out the harmonies, practice our stage movement together? Hey, Hazumi, can I just fly up for a weekend? Hazumi's like, yeah, sure. Let's practice. 2 weeks before the concert. Friday night, I fly out to where Hazumi lives. I'm not going to dox her. Even though she's moving. I'm not going to dox her. I fly out. I show up. I have my own hotel booked that's like nearby where she lives. We just go get burgers. I check into my hotel. Whatever. I work on stuff. I basically go on a vacation. And Saturday, I wake up. We make plans to go practice. We go practice in like her, well, okay, first we were planning to go practice in like her apartment's gym area. We show up, there's a yoga class going on in the dance studio. And we're like, no, we are not going to sing God Knows in the yoga studio while people are doing yoga. We are just going to go practice in her apartment. So we go practice her apartment. I meet her dog. Her dog is very sweet. Her roommate's dog is not very sweet. That dog is a menace to society. I'm sorry, Hazumi's roommate. If you ever see this VOD, I'm sorry, your dog is a menace. I love Hazumi's dog though so much. I love your dog so much. Hazumi's roommate is not there. So their dog is just going crazy. But anyways, we sing, we're like, all right, first step, we need to learn the harmonies because this is going to take us the most time. We learned the harmony. We listened through the song like 20 freaking times. We're like, okay, I think I got it. I have it all scripted out in a Google Doc. We're like, okay, we practice this. We try to figure out the harmonies. We're like, okay, wait, how are we gonna position on stage? I'm gonna be on the left side. You're gonna be on the right side. You'll walk in from the right. I'll be there on the stage. Welcome to the stage, my good friend Hazumi Eileen. No one's gonna expect us to be doing a duet. No one's gonna expect you to be there. You're gonna go on. The crowd's gonna go crazy, and we're gonna say, yo, welcome. This is gonna be the last song of my set. Thank you so much, everyone. If you know, this last song is God Knows. If you know the lyrics, be sure to sing along. Boom, we launch into it. Kawaita, kokoro de kakenukeru. And like, we figure out that is what we are going to say. Later on, we find out she has to enter from stage left. It's fine. It's fine. It's like, okay, you're going to enter on stage left. You're going to cross over behind. We're still going to position left and right. At the bridge, you're going to swap places. We are going to move. You're going to move left. We're going to move right. I'm going to move right. As I sing, you'll gesture to the crowd. As you sing your part, I'll gesture to the crowd. I'll get a chant going. We're going to do this. We're gonna, you know, reference some other performances of God Knows, see what other performers have done for choreography. Like, okay, it turns out everyone's just rocking out. Just do some hand movements, make some eye contact. Okay, we figure out where we're gonna make eye contact. We figure out where we're gonna like move in position, what kind of motions we're gonna do, what vibe we're trying to go for with our movements and stuff. We figure out we can get Sandflare to do the to do Wotage behind us for the show too. Everything comes together. We can make this as hype as possible. We hit the last chorus. The last lyrics are God bless. I forgot. God bless is how it goes. I look at her and I go, what if we do a peace sign for futari for 2, we smack our knee for knee, and then we do a prayer pose for God bless. And she looks at me and she's like, that is the funniest freaking thing ever. We are gonna do that. So we spent like way too long practicing the song, forgetting and trying to remember specifically to end with the peace sign, futari, smack the knee for knee, prayer hands, God bless. If you watch back the VOD when I play it, and you watch closely, you will see us make eye contact at the line right before that. Look to the audience. Boom, hit the peace sign, smack the knee for knee, prayer hands, God bless. And then you will also, if you look closely, you will see us crack up. Because that was the stupidest choreography that I could have possibly come up with. But it was so freaking funny that we had to do it. So you guys better, when the VOD goes up, you better watch the last line of God Knows. The other thing about God Knows is it is way too freaking high for me, guys. I cannot sing that song. You will listen to the performance and you'll be like, wait, Tomoya can't sing the chorus. He sounds like he's dying. That is entirely correct, because I picked this song thinking I could just get away with singing it in head voice. The "Watashi tsuite iku yo donna tsurai sekai no yami no naka de sae kitto anata wa kagayaite." Like, I can do that in head voice. Fine. We get to the venue, we do sound check. You cannot hear me when I sing in my head voice. And I am like, I have practiced this entire song banking on the fact that I can sing fine in my head voice. I cannot be heard when I sing in my head voice. And we have 2 half courses where I'm just singing in my head voice. And I'm just like, all right. Mentally, I'm just like, I'm going to have to yell this. And I'm not going to be in tune. I am just going to have to get as close to it as I can. And every time I switch into head voice, it will sound like I cut out. And it will not be great. But I will just have to carry on and make it convincing. And Hazumi will carry me because she can sing this song like a champ. And everything will be fine. And we'll hit the futari ni God bless. And everyone's going to be like, what the hell? And then we're going to send it. Everyone's going to be like, wait, that was hype anyways. And boom, we're done. And that was the story of how God Bless came to be. God Bless, God Knows came to be. The other thing was, I was at work and I was like, wait, God Knows would be so hype. And then later I realized I couldn't really sing it, but Osby was like, wait, I love that song, we can sing it. I was like, everyone thinks it's a classic. The one we almost did was Free from K-Pop Demon Hunters. And trust me, Free would have been good, except for Jinu's voice is so freaking high and his part is so hard. And I would have had to use my head voice a lot more, and it is a really good song. But it is not a set closer, if you know what I mean. It is not a finisher. It is not a hype. That was an insane set kind of song. I love that song. I would have been down to perform that also if we had another time slot and I could have figured out my high range at that point. But I was like, wait, I need the strongest possible finish for my set because one, also I am the least known performer. Sure, I have a good amount of subscribers on my channel, but comparatively fan base wise, right? Delicia, Clara, Hasbi, they are all much more popular than me, and I'm just like, I need my set to be as hype as possible because I want people to remember that this was like, dang, I had so much fun at this, you know, and I would have loved to sing free. But I was like, I need hype. I need hype. I will sing. Maybe we'll do free another time. But like, yeah, for this, that was why we went with God Knows instead of free. Which is maybe for those who wanted to sing here free. It's a bit unfortunate. I'm sorry. But yeah, it is what it is. Also, thank you, Dad. Yeah, congrats on the 38. Thank you. It's honestly surreal. Also, wait, real quick numbers side here. My goal as a VTuber was 20,000 subscribers. Like that was the point where I was like, wow, if I've done that, I can quit. And that is exactly what happened. I hit 20,000 subscribers and I was like, I don't need to post covers anymore. I hit the number, I hit the goal. I'm done. Like, I did it, guys. I did it. Peace. I'm out. Like mentally, once that number happened, I was like, boom. Okay, I accomplished my goal. I have succeeded in what I set out to do as Uzuki Tomoya. I'm done. And then Confessions of a Rotten Girl got posted, and then a bunch of other people came in, and then this happened, and now I'm like, wait, I'm not done as Uzuki Tomoya. I would say for a good amount of time, actually, since hitting that 20,000 subscriber mark, I have kind of been like checked out. More than kind of. I've just been like, you know, this VTuber thing was fun. Like, it was great. I hit my goal. I posted some really cool covers. I had a really good time. Maybe I just go work now. I pick up another hobby. I do something else, you know. Maybe this IRL performance thing that I always dreamed of doing, being an idol, like maybe that's just not gonna happen in this lifetime. You know, maybe, you know, I put all my skill points into going to college and getting a degree and making, you know, working a high-paying job and doing that, and you know, I put a good amount of skill points into being a performer, but I didn't max luck enough. I didn't get into it early enough, and you know, I'm on the VTuber track, and the VTuber track doesn't get to do live stage performances, and maybe that's not gonna happen. And I've had those feelings for a long time, coming up until this point, you know, like a lot of this year, a lot of last year, you know, I was just kind of like, well, you know, I hit 20,000 subscribers and it was great. It's like, you know, you accomplish your goal and it's like, okay, well, nothing's really changed, you know. I have big number, go burr. But I'm not performing. I'm not doing stuff that like I've dreamed of doing. I mean, I am doing, like, I love posting covers. I enjoy it. But, you know, as a 5-year-old, my dream was not to post covers of Japanese songs on the internet. It was to go and be Beyonce and sing on the stage, you know, and do live concerts. So, yeah, it was just like, well, I guess like maybe this Uzuki Tomoya chapter is coming to an end. Or maybe it needs to come to an end at some point. But then this happened. And not only did it happen, like not only did the opportunity arise, but I also am really surprised and like kind of proud of myself that I was able to rise to the occasion and like do it. Like, yes, I have performed a lot before. I have a lot of experience, but I can't say I've ever really done a full set and like with it, like with a crowd like this. Specifically, I've never like come close to having that as something I could put on like my things I did and on my resume, you know. And so yeah, it was like this happened and it happened and I was able to figure out the cosplay stuff. I mean, wear my regular looking self to appearance out there. I was able to do that and it makes me really happy. And now that I've done this, I'm like, wait, I've done this. I am now Uzuki Tomoya 2.5D. And I can do this again. I can do another concert. I don't need to wait for a 3D model. I mean, yes, 3D model exists. Issei Live was a thing that happened. But I could just show up at a convention and I could put on the wig, put on the ears, put on the jacket, and sing, and do it, and hype the crowd, feel the vibes, push the energy, and do what I've always wanted to do. And that's what makes me happy. I feel like I've repeated this 50 billion times already, but yeah, that's what I want to do, and it makes me really happy. Now, the show itself was awesome. Hana Montomo. I am dead, actually. And the show is great. I was a little nervous. I walk into the audience, and I know, I look at my YouTube demographics. I know a good amount of my, at least cover views are, like, female audience. That's just what it is. I look into the audience, and I'm like, from my perspective, I see maybe, like, I shouldn't say it like this, but, like, I look at the audience, and I'm like, oh, a lot of these people are definitely, other people's fans. They are not here for me. And that is totally fine. I'm like, you know what? I did not expect more than, like, a handful of people that know me to show up for me. I expect them to show up for the other headliners. And I was like, are they gonna cheer for me? Are they going to be happy to see me? Or, collabs with guys, especially, like, or sometimes frowned upon, especially for people who are considered more idol-like. It's like, oh, they shared the same stage with a guy, is sometimes something I worry about. And I don't want to take away the spotlight from the other singers by, like, by the existence of me, But, like, I was worried that, like, people are gonna be like, what's a guy doing on this stage? This is not, like, this is what's a dude doing here kind of thing. But the song starts playing. I go up there and I hit him with the "What's up, guys? How y'all doing tonight? Can I hear y'all in the crowd?" And everyone sends it, and they bring the energy, and every single feeling, every single worry that I had, every single misconception that I had about these awesome people in the audience melted away in that very moment. I was like, wait, these people don't care if I am a guy or a girl or anyone, any gender. They don't care who I am. They don't even need to know who I am. They don't care what I am. They don't care that I'm a rabbit. They don't care that I'm a person. They don't care that I'm a VTuber. They just care that I am there on this stage. I am singing, and I am putting on the show of my life, and they are having the time of their life. I'm playing some song that probably half the room doesn't know, but the guitar is going crazy. The drums are going crazy in the instrumental, and I am like, all right, guys, let's make some noise. Twilight Reverie Lounge 2025. Let me hear you. And everyone's just like, yeah. And we go, hey. And the crowd just joins in. They're like, boom. Hey, light sticks are yellow. And we are just like, all right, time to send it. My first song of the night is Northern Cross from Macross Frontier. Let's go! Boom, I send it. 旅の始まりはもう思い出せない気づいたらここにいた And boom, like everyone's like there with their light sticks hitting. I'm making eye contact with the front row, with the back row, looking up at the stage, moving my arms like I do the arm sweep like what is it? I'm reaching my arm out. And I'm just like, boom, arm up, like reaching out, like I go down for the high note. And like my voice feels better than it's ever felt. I am yelling, I am pumping the crowd, but my voice is just like, it feels great. I'm singing a song that I've pitched exactly to the range I need it to be. Every single note is in my comfort zone, and I am just like, I am singing a song that I have practiced the past 2 weeks, the past month, non-stop. downstairs in the living room, in the car to work, on the way back from work, on the airplane to visit Hazumi. I am reading the lyrics. I am mouthing the entire song. For like the entire duration of the flight, I have learned this song. This song is the hardest song in my set too, and I picked it first because it has the most words out of any song in the set. And every single verse is, well, almost every single verse is different. And it is the fastest song I've ever sung live. Although if you do this in Japan, you'll be disappointed. Crowds just don't participate mostly, unless it's young female idols. It feels so weird in the crowd. Yes. Unless you're like Jam Project, right? Think about Jam Project. Those guys can make a show, and you need the vibes to be Jam Project. If you are Jam Project, if you're freaking Kageyama, you can send it. And that's what I like to see. But yeah. I do agree though, Japanese concert culture is very, very different. And you need to set that expectation. Yeah, a lot of guys at Twilight Reverie, and that is cool. I'm a guy too, and I loved it. It was great. You see me, you watch the VOD back. I guess you can't really watch the other VODs back. But if you were there and you were looking closely, you were watching and squinting at the VOD closely, you will see me in the crowd swinging Meep around like crazy for like Hazumi's set. Like I'm sending it. Like I'm going crazy in there because it was a great time. I had such a blast. Just anytime a song, one of my favorites came on, I was like, boom, let's go. And yeah, it's shaking Meep like crazy in there. Yeah, I was on the floor. If y'all were looking around, I was there. I was on the floor jumping in. I think a few people like looked and we were like, wait, isn't that the guy? Have receipts, Bunny dancing at the show. For real. I was sending it. But yeah, it was so great. I was just having an amazing time. It was so funny. And so like, I'm there. Like, I was sloshed. Remember saying hi? That's about it. That is okay. That's totally okay. But yeah, basically, I'm like, you know, Northern Cross goes off. For the first time in all of the practice, I didn't mess it up. I don't think I messed up a single lyric. Maybe I messed up like one or two, but like, I've been practicing the song for weeks straight, and I had never actually sung the song in perfection all the way through without like, I was like, oh, I fucked that one up, but we're just gonna keep going. Like, it's the first time ever. So honestly, I was like, dang, I locked in. Like, I was like, wow, well, that was great. Instrumental fades out. I'm just like, hey, thank you so much for coming again. My name is Uzuki Tomoya. Yeah, I hope you guys had a great show. The next slide, and then I planned out small talking segments between each song. I was like, okay, we have pen light colors for each song. I gotta get the audience to do it. I gotta make it not feel awkward as I'm telling them to change their lights. I'm like, all right, thank you for coming, guys. The next song, we're gonna need to turn it blue. This song is Lapis Lazuli by All We Air. You know, it's All We Air. All We for blue. Lapis Lazuli is blue. They talk about blue in the song because it's called Lapis Lazuli. We're gonna need those lights blue. Hit it. And the song goes on. And like, song. I messed up one lyric. We don't talk about it. Shit, you can sing Lapis Lazuli? That song is impossible. Don't worry. I can sing it because I go down the octave +3. Life hack. Any female pop star song that a guy wants to sing, down the octave +3. Easy. You're done. Every single note sits around E sharp, E flat, F sharp. You can belt that. You're fine. That is the life hack. If you want to sound as good as me on stage, just pick +3 down the octave. You will sound great. It is the life hack for anyone that cannot sing high notes like a tenor. +3 down the octave. Yeah, minus? No, stop going minus. That isn't enough. +3 down the octave. Equivalent of -9. You need to do it to get those notes in. But it will put everything. Like, that is the range that those pop stars are singing comfortably in. Transpose it down, that is the range that generic middle voice type. Not quite a baritone, not quite a tenor. I have a very generic, the most stereotypical guy voice range on the planet. Your voice will fit perfectly +3 down the octave in any female pop star song. Or maybe +2 down the octave, like wherever it sits. You know, some female pop stars sing higher than others. that is another part that I want to touch on really quickly. Yes, you will hear. Yes, I did sing on Ravel. Yes, I did sing. Some of my covers kind of go crazy on the high notes. But as a natural voice type, my voice type is very, very generic. I have maybe one extra note than your typical baritone in my default voice stage. My voice goes from wherever it ends, and then my chest voice stops at E flat 4. That's where it goes. That's where it stops. My natural chest voice. Maybe I get an F. No, F is pushing it. Like that is no longer, like, I am starting to go into my bridge and I'm transitioning, and then everything else is in head voice. That is my default voice type. And that is the default voice type for, I would say, 90% of the male population on Earth. So if I can do it, you can do it too, is what I'm trying to say. Every single song on the radio is by that 5%, 10%, 1% of male pop stars that have the God-given talent or skill to navigate their high range into, I mean, maybe not talent. Maybe it has been something they've built over time. But they have the skills to go up there and sing it that 90% of the male population, including me, does not yet have. Some of them are born with the ability to do that, but most of us are not. And it makes me very sad that most songs on the radio are impossible to sing for most of the population. So when I sing a song and I sing it in that key, you best be sure you likely can too. Yes, I have trained myself to be able to sing up to F sharp 4, G4 sometime. I think the highest I probably went was G4 on like a belt on like Light My Fire or something, or maybe it was Lapis Lazuli, but like it is like 2 extra notes and I'm basically yelling, you know. Okay, sure. I gotta give credit to my voice teachers that I've had up to this point. They have helped me significantly with my technique and navigating my high ranges. But like when I'm going to sing a live song, I'm not going to put my voice into a place where I know I am not going to be comfortable. Yeah, I'm still working on it. But yeah. But yeah, it is very hard to sing high. So yeah, being able to sing at a concert, have people tell me I did good without having to have an insanely high range really means a lot to me. Because, you know, it kind of shows that, you know, anyone who works on their voice enough can learn it. Hello, real person. Hello, Caro P. Hello, hello. Hello, fellow real person. It's nice to meet you. But yeah, that is a message I want to take away. I want people to take away. Back to the concert. Back to the concert. Lapis Lazuli goes really well. I remember all the lyrics, thank God. Next song. Jogen no Tsuki. We're gonna need to keep your pen lights blue. This one is a Kaito song that many of you guys probably won't know, but a classic and favorite of mine. This is Jogen no Tsuki by White Flame. Hit it. This is a comfort song. I sing it. Everyone, I don't know why, someone, I think it was Hasumi backstage, gave me like this crazy idea because I brought Meep and I had no idea what I was gonna do with Meep on stage. I'll be completely real. I had Meep there because it was funny. And I was like, I'm gonna bring Meep up and Meep's just gonna sit there and because I cannot hold him and do like the stage movements at the same time. And I was like, what if I just like did whatever the hell I wanted with Meep? So like, I was there with no previous planning and I was just like, what the heck? I just pick him up and I'm just like, I'll sing a verse like staring longingly into his eyes. I think Hasumi was like, wait, you should make out with Meep on the stage. And I was like, that's great. And then Meep fell face first on the stage and I was like, I'm not fucking doing that. I was like, there is no way. The place where so many freaking people have stomped their feet on, I'm going to smash my face into Meep and get like 50 unknown diseases unknown to man and like and break out for the next 5 years all over my face with that. Sure, the makeup is some kind of barrier, but still, come on. Plus I'm gonna get makeup all over Meep and then that's never gonna end well because it's never gonna come off. So like Meep makeout session almost happened during Jogen no Tsuki, it was so close to happening, but it did not. I wish it could have. It would have been so freaking funny. And I thought about it, but it was not gonna happen. It almost did though. But I was like, all right, I'm gonna sing this song. I'm gonna stare into his eyes. And I was like, these lyrics don't really work with that. I mean, they kind of do. It's like a sentimental ballad, half love song about sending like remembering your lover after you went off to war, or after they went off to war, kind of like that. That's the theme of the song. Remembering the beauty of, you know, that person that you left behind, kind of thing. But I was like, yeah, I can get into this with Meep. And then I was like, no, I can't get into this with Meep. Meep is not my forgotten lover from the 16th century. I don't know if it's the 16th century, but like, I was just like, Meep is just here right in front of me, and I'm not gonna make out with Meep in this song. So I did a few bits where I like stared lovingly into his eyes and then just threw his face on the stage. I also had like an idea where it was just like, during Unravel, I could just like freaking like send Meep flying across the stage, and like during Unraveling the World, I just like fucking like throw him on the stage. Meep is very durable. I thought about it. I thought about going like, Unraveling the World, and then like freaking like dunk, like smacking him down onto the stage. But I didn't. Because I was like, wait, how are people gonna react to that? People are gonna be like, oh my god, Meep, what the fuck? He's a bunny abuser. Wait, but he is a bunny. This doesn't make sense. I was like, maybe this takes away from the performance a little bit too much. It would have been really funny. It would have been really, really funny in hindsight, and I probably could have done it, and I probably should have done it. But at the moment, I was like, I don't want to do things that will mess me up and like skew too far away from what I've practiced, because all of this Meep choreography is like very last minute. But it would have been so funny, and I was this close to doing it. But yeah, we didn't, and you know, it worked out either way. Is the performance available? Not currently, but OffKai staff will be sending me the VOD, and I am allowed to post it on any of my social media, which includes my YouTube channel. So I do plan to post my entire set on YouTube. Yeah. Did I lose my voice the day after? Kind of. But the reason is, my set, okay, I did do a lot of yelling, but I think most of my yelling, aside from whatever happened in God Knows, we don't talk about whatever happened in God Knows, was done pretty healthily. Like, pretty, like, very comfortable in my range. I wasn't, like, tightening or straining or anything. But what I was tightening and straining was when Kaminari Clara went and put on Senbon Zakura, and I was, like, I had already drank in some of the Meepsicle, so my alcohol was already in my system. And Senbon Zakura comes on, and I'm like, I don't give a shit anymore. I am just going to scream the shit out of this song. And like, I'm like, Tomi Onita! And I'm like sending it like, how does it get? Senbon Zakura, yorari mageda! And I am just like trying to kill it. I am sending every single ounce of my voice that I have held back and tried to keep healthy for the past 2 months. I have not eaten spicy food. I have not eaten like anything remotely acidic without eating a Tums immediately afterwards. I have not tried to scream anything. I have tried to keep my voice in perfect shape. And I am finally like, Senbon Zakura is my moment. Yeah. And I'm like, nighttime food, and it's like, I'm just like sending it. I'm like, oh, what is the Senbon Zakura, yorari mageda? And like, what? There's one where it's like, is it the Tobi Orite on the last one? I'm like, Tobi Orite! And I'm just like yelling it like that. That was kind of like a mixed voice, head voice there that I was doing. It does not even come close to how hard I was screaming for Senbon Zakura. I was literally like, I don't want to, it's kind of late. I know everyone in my house is still awake. I don't think I could do it because my voice is so tired from screaming. But like, I was yelling so hard as soon as my set was over. Like, I was just like, okay, we ball. And I was boom, boom, sing as loud, as hard, as violent as possible. I don't care if I even get close to the notes. I am just going to yell. Because I am here not only to perform in this show, but to witness this show and be a participant in the audience as well. Because I love going to these shows as much as I love singing in these shows. And so I was there in the pit, on the floor, belting, not even belting, I was just screaming. And that, my friends, that Yameusa is what killed my voice. That is why I am still kind of croaky today. And that is why I will spend the rest of the week on vocal rest. Well, as much as possible. Like, I can talk fine, but I'm not going to be screaming. I'm not going to be going crazy. Oh my god, it's a Tomo. It's a me, Tomo. Yes, yes. Throat coaty for real. Yeah, I am cranking my humidifier right now. I got this, okay, vocal cord care routine. I asked my friend, my good friend, who I will not out right here and right now. I don't quite know what identity they're using right now, but I asked a good friend of mine who is a very good singer who takes good care of their voice. And I was like, what do you do? And they were like, I have a humidifier and I have a nebulizer that dispenses saline so my vocal cords get directly hydrated. And I was like, send me the links now. So for the past 2 weeks, I have had a humidifier going non-stop in my room, and I have been using a nebulizer every day to dispense saline directly onto my vocal cords to keep them hydrated. And every day when I go into work, the first thing I do is I pour half hot, half cold water into my mug, and I drink like a mug full of warm water. Every single time I drink water, it is always warm water to wake up and to get the blood flow going in my vocal cords as much as possible, so that anything I do is not inflaming them more than they already are and will be from any singing stuff I do. I am like, I need my voice to stay. Yeah, nebulizer. Yeah, it was kind of expensive. It was like over $100, which is kind of ridiculous, but also saved my ass and my vocal. So, moistest vocal cords in all of the US. Yes, because in the Philippines and every other country in SEA, they are much more moist from all the natural humidity in the air, and that is the secret to vocal cord care. Living in like the freaking Philippines and having the moistest air possible to constantly breathe is my takeaway from this whole experience. But yeah. That is my secret hypothesis. I think that everyone who has insane singing in SEA is because they have grown up with the best vocal cord care in the entire world from Philippines mention. Tomo will sing in Manila next, guys. I could see it in the future. Hey, wait, if anyone knows any cons in Manila that would be willing to have me, I will not charge US prices. I will do it for free. Fly me out there. I will heal the Philippines. I'm sorry, Goldship. Step aside. I am not Filipino. But by the way, but hey, any con in the Philippines that is willing to have me, mahal kita. I will send it, you know. Put me in there, Chief. I will sing live for you. I will do it for free. I am in it for the love of the game. Put me in there. Gold ship heal the Philippines. For real, for real. I will learn. I don't think I can, but I will, if I ever get invited to a con in the Philippines, I will specifically learn to sing Hangang Sa Huli. I will, I know that song. I will learn to sing it live, and I will sing it. I don't know if that's a popular song nowadays, but it's like the one Tagalog song that I remotely know. I will learn to sing that song. Good luck learning the language. I think I will cry. It's fine. Anyways, yes. Philippines Con, fly me out. I will do it. If you are out there, you are listening. Come out in the chat. I'm dead. Longing for the stage again. The limelight is calling now that I'm fully... Yeah. Actually, for real. I just, I miss singing on stage so much. Yes, the Filipinos are in the chat. I'm dead. I've never actually been to the Philippines before, but I would love to. It sounds like a great time. Sounds like a very, very fun time. But yeah, so that was... Where was I in the concert? Light My Fire comes next. Everyone is Filipino, they just don't realize it yet. Even Tomo. Oh god, one of my Japanese coworkers was like talking to me, like, and he was just like, BDP? And I was like, yeah, 0%. I was just like, I'm not. He thought I was Filipino for some reason. I guess if you looked at me, like, I'm kind of like, I guess you could look at me and maybe think I'm Filipino. That's not the first time I've gotten, are you Filipino before? Where I'm not, but like, anyways, so yeah, maybe I am. Who knows, Well, Filipinos are Asian. I guess that's true. Anyways, enough of that. The next song is, so I put on Light My Fire. It's true. Putangina mo. So true, Sutra. So true. Putangina. Oh my god. Honorary Filipino source. Trust me, bro. Buddies are Filipino confirmed. I'm dead. I'm dead. Nan lives in the Philippines too. I have his standee. I am dead. He said the line. He said the line. But yeah, Light My Fire. I was like, yeah, the next song is Light My Fire. Hit it. And I was like, wait, don't hit it yet. I forgot to do the thing. And then I was like, all right, guys. I'll try speaking Tagalog to the next bunny I meet, please. As long as it's not me, I don't speak Tagalog. I'm so sorry. But, yeah, I almost forgot to, like, make the audience learn how to do the woes for Light My Fire. I was so close to making the audience, like, or to forgetting having them. But, like, I am so relieved that the audience was so down to do the woes for Light My Fire. First, I don't think many people remember the song from Shakugan no Shana. But enough people did that I was like, this is hype as fuck. So, I get out there and I'm like, all right, guys, I'm gonna need you guys to repeat after me. This song requires audience participation, and that means you guys. So, let's hit it. Oh, when I go, oh, you have to go, whoa, all right, whoa. I'm like, all right, that was lame, guys. We can do better. Whoa. To me, it sounded the exact same the second time they did it, but it was funnier to make them do it twice. And then I was like, all right, let's hear it. Upper two floors, do it with me. Can we hit the whoa? And they do it and they send it. I was really worried because like I couldn't see shit in the upper two floors. I had no idea how many people were there. They sent it with the woes, and I was pretty impressed that they did it. I was like, when we watched the VOD, hopefully you can hear it because I was very happy that they did it. And then I was like, all right, guys, floor, you can do better than that. Let's hear it, floor. Oh. And they sent it. They were like, whoa, back. And I was so happy. I was like, all right, that was good. Everybody together. Whoa. And it was great. And I was like, all right, you guys have done it enough. Let's hit it. Light My Fire from Shakugan no Shana by Kotoko. And like half the crowd lit up, literally. I think I also told them to turn pen lights red for Light My Fire. But like, I was so happy so many people knew the song from Light My Fire. And also Sandflare was there for this one. They had some insane choreography for Light My Fire. It was sick. I can't wait to watch the VOD because they were behind me and I couldn't see shit aside from what I like looked behind me during rehearsal and on stage. But from what I saw during practice, they were so cool. And so I am so excited to watch it back and see them pop the frick off for the Woltige in the background. And people sent it. I don't think the crowd missed a single whoa that I did. But obviously I made it very obvious. Like every time I hit the Shout out 己の存在叫べ Whoa, whoa. I point to myself, whoa, and they go, and then I point to the crowd, and I gesture with my eyebrows, I gesture with my full body, like, you guys better remember what the heck we just practiced, all right? Whoa! And they sent it, and I was so freaking happy that they sent it. They were, yeah, it was awesome. I have done songs with call and response before. 90% of the time, or most of the time, 90% of the audience forgets. Or they're like, oh shit, I missed it. This time, I could not tell if anyone missed it. Or was like, oh shoot, I missed it. I heard it, and it felt like it was full blast when they sent the whoa, and it was awesome. It was so awesome. I am so glad that I included that song in my set. Also, Rogue, almost 1:30. I'll be going to bed now. No worries. Get some good sleep. But I was so happy. I want to watch how the show went. Honestly, well, I mean, I'll post the VOD, Etso, so you can see it too. The show went great from everything I could see. But man, it was awesome. The crowd got so into it. I was so happy. I had never been more glad that I had ever put a song on my set list than that song. Because the whole purpose of putting that song in was for that segment where I made the audience go, whoa, after me. That is the essence of a live performance. You interact with the audience interacts back, you both have an insane time because the audience remembered to do the thing that you told them to do. And the audience actually did the thing that you told them to do. And it was just a mutual understanding. And it just brings people. It's just so fun. I loved it. Light My Fire was a huge hit. Everyone had a great time, myself included. I could tell every single person that was doing a whoa was putting their full drunk ass into it, and it was great. It was absolutely insane. So I cannot understate enough how fun that was. Next song, I think I was like, I need some water after that. Glug, glug, glug. The next song needs no introduction. Hit it. And boom, we go straight into Unravel. Metronome goes off. I couldn't really hear the first click, so I came in a little late. You can never hit Unravel on time. It's impossible. It is impossible. Quite literally. The song starts, you sing the first line, you have no idea when the song is going to start, when the instrumental is going to come in, and that is 100% fine. It comes in, and you're like, oh, fuck, Boku no naka ni dareka iru no, and it's fine. Nobody cares. Everyone mutually understands that is how Unravel is sung live, and that is exactly how it always will be. So I was like, I don't care. I'm late. It's fine. This is how Unravel is. Everyone knows this song. Everyone sing your hearts out. So boom, I sang Unravel. One thing I do want to listen back to in the VOD is how audible I am, because I sang that song basically 100% in head voice. In the sound check, my friends were saying they could hardly hear the head voice. I hope in the actual show they could hear the head voice. I was trying to make my head voice as powerful and as loud as I could make it. That's not how it sounds. How does it go again? But yeah, it was that's as loud as I could possibly get it. Well, right now too, but also in general. I wanted to try to belt it because a few days before, I don't know what happened. I had a voice lesson and something clicked in my voice where I was able to do it. I was able to and kind of hold it, I cannot do that right now. I could not. And in that split moment at the concert, I was feeling around in my voice and I'm like, I cannot find that exact placement again. It is not going to happen. Bummer, but it would have been sick if I could have. But it is unfortunate that I couldn't. But anyways, I didn't push it. You don't push mixed on the chorus. I get it though, super hard. I mean, okay, to be fair, I call it head voice. I think technically it is closer to a mixed voice, but there is no way I am risking trying to bridge into my chest voice at all on those notes. It is technically a little bit more weighted than a pure head voice. I think it is technically a mixed voice, like a heady mixed voice. But I don't know about the real technical details. I think maybe anyone who watches it back will say, "Oh, that's a mixed voice." Hard to say, but I had a great time. I had a great time. I don't know why I said, but yeah, super fun. Anyways, the Meepsicle hit hard. Yes, the Meepsicle was crazy. It was so funny because like one of the staff friends like came up to me like right before the show. Also, apparently the upstairs bar and the downstairs bar were mixing slightly differently. And the Meepsicle from the upstairs bar apparently made it like 60%, like 6 shots of vodka or something. And so like, they were like, anyone who's drinking the Meepsicle is going to get destroyed immediately. I got it from the downstairs bar and it wasn't too bad. It was really, really sweet. I loved it. It was a great drink. I had a great time drinking that drink. But it was really, really funny because Vivi, the MC for the night, great MC, loved her energy. She's so sweet, so cool. I was so happy to meet her. What was in it? I don't remember. It was good. Lots of vodka. I have to look it up. It's on the OffKai. It's on the website. It's on the Twitter. But yeah, it was so good, right, Munch? Oh, it was so good. But yeah, I like. Vivi was like, one challenge I have for all of you guys is for each performer, for their song, drink their drink. And I had just heard that my drink was 6 shots of vodka and my set was first. And I was like, Vivi, as soon as she stepped off that stage, I was like, Vivi, people are going to die tonight because they are going to start their night with 6 shots of vodka at once. And she was like, I did not realize that when I made that announcement. No one died. The concert went fine. No one had to go to the hospital. It was a well-behaved event. No one got rowdy. It was perfect. Meepsicle, Ciroc Lemonada, whipped cream vodka, fresh lemonade, and half and half. Oh, thank you, Munch. It was great. It was really, really good. But yeah, I was like, Vivi, you are trying to kill someone. The Meepsicle was goated. Yeah, I had it. And then I also tried some of Hazumi's drink and I was like, wait, the Meepsicle mogs this so freaking hard. And she was like, yeah, the Meepsicle goes crazy. Oh yeah, if you didn't have the Meepsicle at the venue, you all missed out. Big thanks to my friend for the lactate pills. Oh, so that's why I shat myself afterwards. Okay, that makes sense. But yeah. Okay, anyways. Yeah. That was the Meepsicle, guys. I'm glad. But yeah, it was great. The Meepsicle went insane. Oh my god. Anyways, Unravel. I don't know what happened during Unravel, but halfway through, I did like these cheers that I usually don't do during like the instrumental because I was like, this is getting too bland. I need to spice it up. But yeah. Also, wait, is that the Knight that I think it is? The creator of the drink? Knight? Because if so, the Meepsicle slapped. It was so freaking good. I will rave about the Meepsicle forever. Most underrated drink. Yeah, you are the GOAT. For real, for real. Actually, that hit so hard. That hit so hard. In every single way. No, you didn't try the Meepsicle? You'll have to make it yourself one day then. So good. So good. But yeah. Unravel, I don't know what happened. I was like doing some cheers and I was like, oh shoot. I forgot to come in, I think. And I was like, I've never messed up this part before, so I also don't know where to recover from. I'm super embarrassed. Thank you. No worries. It was awesome. Thank you so much. You were awesome. It was great getting to meet you. Handcam from Tomoya attempting to mix the drink and Meepsicle will win. I'm going to spill more more shit over the playmat, my $100 playmats that I have as my desk mats than I already have. They probably are not worth $100 anymore. They are probably worth like $5 with how much shit I've spilled on them. Yeah. But that would actually be crazy. That'd be really funny. Maybe I'll have to grab Zal and he can do a bartending stream with me, and I can learn drinks from him, and we can make the beepsicle. That'd be really funny. That's a great stream idea. But yeah. Anyways, yeah, that was Unravel. I had a great time. So many people came up and were like, dang, I can't believe you've done Unravel. That was a crazy hard song. And to this day, because I haven't watched the VOD yet, I'm really scared. I have no idea how it sounds. I'm very nervous to watch it back, but everyone said they loved it. Everyone was like, holy shit, I can't believe you did that. So that's either because it was really good or an attempt was made. Either way, I will have to watch the VOD back to know whether I will cringe at this in the future or not, and whether it will go on future set lists or never again. Yep. But yeah, I would say the one downside to the audio was that, yeah, with my head voice, I couldn't tell if it was coming through or not. And that is just something, like, it felt like one of those venues where, or one of those stages where it is better to belt than to use your head voice. Certain sound stages, like, it just feels like, all right, I've been sending it for the rest of the song, and I am just going to scream and send it and keep going. Drink the VOD back with 6 shots of vodka. It'll sound great regardless. Wait, I should drink the meepsicle while doing the VOD review on the channel. That is genius. Wait. Oh, you're so smart. Holy cow. That is so freaking smart. Where was the mic? Can you pull it closer for head voice? Is it too hard? I was already eating the mic with the... I already had the mic. I think I'm a little embarrassed to say this, but I think I toothed the mic once. Like, I was eating the shit out of that. It's a bad habit of mine. Two bad habits. I'm one, either eating the microphone, or two, I am moving it too slowly up to my face to eat it. So I get like this horrible, like, you missed the first note of my phrase because I have not moved the mic up to my face. You ate literally. Yes, I did. And I'm so sorry for anyone else who had to hold that microphone afterwards. I know the feeling. I have a SM7B at home, and I have a tendency to eat mic. Yes, please don't eat my mics. I am so sorry. You might need to wash that. But yes, I actually also have I have an SM58 signed by Nano that I just have because this was my first ever microphone, and it has a huge dent in it because I dropped it on the floor when I was like 15. But I still have this microphone, and I'm holding it right now. And anytime I practice for a performance, I just take this microphone. It's not plugged into anything. Oh yeah, signed by Nano. And the worst thing is it's signed in Sharpie. So like I have to cover it with like masking, or not like masking tape, but like tape, so that the sweat doesn't dissolve the Sharpie on it. Don't just casually say that and skip it. What the fuck? Yeah, that's a thing. But yeah, yeah, I have this mic signed by Nano, and I don't take it to events, but whenever I'm practicing for anything, I am always holding this mic. It is unplugged. I don't even know if it works anymore, but I just use this and I practice my mic position and I practice my movements and I practice exactly what it's like to sing with this microphone, because this is the microphone that 90% of venues in the entire world use for live performances. So I'm just like, I know what it feels like. I know the waiting. I know exactly what I need to do. I know exactly how to pose with it. I'm going to feel at home whenever I use this microphone. The only thing with the 7B is, yeah, like the head, or not the 7B, the 58 is like your head voice does not come through on it unless you are crazy loud. Which is unfortunate. It is what it is, but it is what it is. You know what they say. Built like tanks, there's no way it doesn't work anymore. Honestly, you're right. This dent is just like a scratch. It's like not even a scratch on it. Like as long as the capsule inside is fine, it's fine. But yeah, buy a 58 or 57. Think about it. It's like $50 too. So it's like not that bad, I think. Or at least when I got it, it was like, it's not too bad. But yeah, I don't ever record on it because, yeah, you can never hear the head voice. I'll record on my 7B like all the time. But like the 7B actually catches my head voice really well. I like it a lot. But yeah, I will never. I've recorded like one ancient cover on like my 58, and it sounds all right, you know. But it's a dynamic mic, and it's not meant for recording. But yeah, I'm quite literally holding the nano mic right now. The nano signed mic. It's like, what is it? It's like a fidget spinner. It's just like a fidget toy. I just hold it because it just feels so good to hold a microphone sometimes, you know. But yeah, that was Unravel. The last song of the night, God knows. Yeah, it was awesome. I'm like, welcome back to the stage. Sand Flare, welcome back. And oh no, wait, how I did it, I curveballed the audience. I was like, the last song on my solo set will be Unravel, and then I sang Unravel. Right? I was like, thank you for coming, thank you so much. It was a great night. That is the end of my solo set tonight. I was like, oh, thank you, woo. And I'm like, but I have one last surprise for you guys. Welcome back to the stage, Sand Flare. My last song of the night will be God Knows with Hazumi Eileen. Or I was like, welcome to the stage, Hazumi Eileen. For the last song of my set, God Knows. And then everyone goes crazy. Hazumi comes onto the stage. The instrumental starts playing. Everyone's like, oh shit, it's God Knows. And we freaking send it. The weekend of practicing up at Hazumi's apartment all comes together. She goes into the next verse. It's like, I hit the harmony. She hits the melody. It blends perfectly. I look at the audience. Some people's faces are like, oh shit, they're singing the harmonies. Like, we are sending it. It's awesome. Like, the crowd is going crazy. I talked to the staff in the house. God Knows was the loudest song played in the venue that night. They blasted that so hard. They put every ounce of hype into that song. Also, when I mastered it, because I had to put in the background vocals and some extra harmonies, I cranked it a little too hard, and I slapped like OTT on it, and I slapped like God Particle on it, and I slapped all these crazy crunching mastering plugins, and it was mastered like, I don't know, probably 5 loudness units louder than every other song in my set. So I destroyed everyone with that mastering. And I think that whoever was in the house on the mixer was like, fuck it, we ball, and like blasted that. They did not hold back. And I am literally like, it was great. We literally just, boom. Live with harmonies is amazing. Yeah, it was actually insane. I wish we had one more person, because it is 3-part harmony at the chorus, which you cannot do with 2 people. I was very tempted to sing the chorus harmonies, and we were very tempted, except for I learned and recorded and sent the guide to that on the Monday before the concert. No, I think it was the Wednesday before the concert. I finished recording and tuning and mixing in the harmonies, the background harmonies for the chorus, the Thursday before I flew out on Friday. The Thursday night. Yeah, all the background vocals that I had in my sets, which you can't really, I don't think you could hear very well because I was like screaming over them, but they were all done Thursday night. The night before I flew out. It's kind of insane that I literally took like PTO, 4 hours off work, a half day, just to finish all the shit for that. And I'm glad it worked out, because it did. But like, yeah, like it was kind of insane. Yeah, we got that. We got the vocals in. But one thing I noticed whenever I would try to sing the harmonies for God Knows at the chorus was I would forget the melody line. And I was like, there is no way I'm going to sing the harmonies and risk forgetting the melody line as I go into it. That is a risk I am not willing to take, so I am not going to try to sing the harmonies at the chorus. I will sing the harmonies everywhere else, but I will not sing it at the chorus, which is a shame. It is what it is, but it is what it is, you know. So yeah, we sent it. It was good. Hazumi had another harmony line that we practiced a lot. We were gonna put it in, but we decided to cut it like last minute just because it was like, oh, if we mess up this harmony, it'll sound kind of bad. So we cut it and it was fine. It was totally fine. No one noticed. No one would have known that we were planning to sing harmony on that section. It was good. It's fun. But yeah, that was God knows. I end my set. I'm about to walk off stage. Vivi does like a quick MC segment. Like, what is the real name? I heard you're really into Umamusume. I'm like, kinda, yeah, maybe. Some might say. I'm really into Umamusume, guys. It's bad. But yeah, she's like, what's actually, you know what? I'm gonna save that one for the VOD. For those who haven't seen it, there's a little Umamusume thing, and it was really funny. So we'll save that for the VOD. But yeah, it was really fun. Good time. Great show. I go off stage. I'm done. Everyone's like, yo, that was awesome. I throw Meep upstairs. I go hang out with people, go chat, enjoy the rest of the show. It's a great time. Uma Enjoyer, who's your current fave? Silent Suzuka all the way. All the way, baby. Front runner is the life. Rest in peace, Silent Suzuka. But you're my goat. You're my goat. For real, for real. But yeah. Screw you, Smart Falcon. I hate you. But yeah. Thanks a lot for the recap. Awesome for people who couldn't attend. I will do a VOD review and I will post the full set on my channel. I will do that once I get it. I don't know if I will post the set first and do the VOD review, or if I do the VOD review. Smart Falcon will remember this. You're still in love like myself. I understand. But yeah, Smart Falcon. Yeah, I don't know. I think it will probably be better if I do the VOD review first on stream, and then I publish the VOD and make it public, and then I raid into it, and then everyone can watch it afterwards for funsies. I think that's probably the way to do it. No, but then everyone will already have seen it, and no one's gonna watch it as it releases. So maybe I publish it, and then I say, like, everyone watch the VOD at the same time as I'm doing the stream, so you can really get the full recap. I'll have it on my stream as well, but you will get the full experience with it playing as it goes, you know. And that way we don't get freaking murdered by the YouTube algorithm by posting something that doesn't get any views that show up. I am genuinely scared about it. That's the one thing about posting a 30-minute video on my channel that I'm genuinely scared about. Because if you post something and it is a long-form video and it does not get views immediately, Susan, well, not Susan, rest in peace, but current CEO of YouTube will say, this video sucks, it's going to kill itself, this is going to be ass, and then it will tank your algorithm. What if you do a premiere and stream watch along? Yeah, actually, wait. But I want the stream to have rewatch value too. That's the issue. So I think what I do, you can't pause or replay specific parts, but you can rewind after your first initial watch is done. I think that's what I will do. I will post this, I will make the VOD, I will make the VOD go public on YouTube as I'm doing the stream. Also, welcome in, Quan, welcome. I will make the VOD public, I will basically publish the video during the stream. I'll premiere it during the stream, and I will say, everyone watching the stream during the premiere, open up the VOD so we can pump the shit out of the algorithm, and then and then we play the system here, and everyone who is also watching the stream has the VOD open in another tab, so we are watching the premiere at the exact same time. You get to hear my commentary over it, kind of. I mean, you'll probably have the VOD on like low volume, and then you'll have like the stream where I'm also playing the VOD with it on real volume, and then we send it, and then it's like, boom, instant YouTube stocks, right? This is how we play this. And then after the VOD, after the premiere is done, we can rewind through the VOD and we can talk about specific points. And we can rewind and point to spots, and I can say, I fucked up there. And it'll be great, and it'll be good, and then I can talk more about everything in context with everyone in the chat, everyone who is part of the show who didn't get to see the show, being able to watch my set in full. So that is the plan. Whether that is this week or next week or whenever it is ready, I will have it and it will happen. I would like it to be as soon as possible, but that is not on me. And I want to give the OffKai people as much time as they need. They should take as much time as they need. They should recover from the event. They should rest up because they did the job of a lifetime. They did the most insane job with this show. And I think they should be proud of it. They should take a break. They should not have to think about OffKai Fest 2025, Twilight Reverie Lounge ever again. But they should be proud that they did what they did. Great. Okay, I should talk about the other performers because they were also insane. First off, Alicia went right after me. Voice of an angel. Extremely, extremely talented singer. I loved her set so much. Unfortunately, I was also socializing and trying to catch up with people in the middle of it, so I couldn't pay the most attention to everything. But she was so freaking good, and I will absolutely be checking her out and watching all of her songs as much as possible. I would love to sing with her and duet with her one day. She's so cool. But I also have way too many projects right now, and I cannot. My personal vendetta. My mantra right now is I cannot and I will not commit to a single new cover project until every single project that is currently on my list, every duet that I have not finished, is finished. You hear that, duet partners? I will not commit to any new projects until my stuff with you guys is finished. Boom. There we are. Next, Hazumi's set. I already knew Hazumi's entire set because she practiced it when I went to visit. We practiced both of our sets a decent amount there. And yeah, it was great. It was awesome getting to hear it live. I knew every single song. I knew what was coming up. It was sick. I was on the floor for True. I think Hazumi's song True is actually freaking insane. And if you haven't listened to True before, you need to listen to True. It is awesome. And I really want a song by Asteroid Music, so, because they are freaking insane. But yeah, they are really, really awesome. And the song is awesome. It was awesome. Everything was awesome. And this is what it sounds like. I was out there on the floor. I was singing the harmonies as loud as possible. I was having such a good time. Hasumi set killed me. It slayed me. It was awesome. And then Clara sat. Clara, I haven't actually listened to too much, but she has an incredible voice. I was not expecting the nipple jokes. I'll be honest. That's okay. To each their own, and I understand that. I will leave that there. Senbon Zakura, I was there. I was on the floor. I was screaming. That is why my voice is half dead right now. I was so excited when she sang Senbon Zakura. I love that song. That song is the essence of my childhood. I love that song so freaking much. And also it's kind of cool that she sang that, and like, I like to think of Jogen no Tsuki as the Kaito version of Senbon Zakura because it's similar theme. It's the same costumes. It's basically the same era. So I think of it like Jogen no Tsuki is the analog, or like the Kaito analog, or the Kaito Senbon Zakura from that set of Vocaloid costume, that set of themes. That is Kaito's song from that outfit set. And so it's kind of cool to have like the parallel of the two like super Nippon, like Nippon rashi, like Vocaloid songs. So yeah, I thought it was really cool. And yeah, so that basically sums it up. The rest of the trip was just like, you know, having a good time. Also, Shoku, thanks for stopping by. What's up? I just finished talking about the entire concert. I can talk a little bit about the trip. For the most part, you know, I just hung out with people. I did not go to TwitchCon. I didn't even buy a TwitchCon ticket. I went to San Diego. I spent entirety of Saturday prepping for the concert. I did the concert. Entirety of Sunday, I was a potato, and then I flew back. And that was it. I hung out with people. I played Uma Musume. I did room matches. Oh, did you see my own standee and the auction too? Oh, I didn't get to see the auction. I'm really sad about that. And I'm also really sad I missed the picture at the end that Vivi took with everyone. The staff and performer picture. I'm really sad I missed that. I wish I could have been there for that, but it is what it is. But yeah, I know a certain person who was in the chat earlier has taken home my standee, and that standee will be going to KomoriCon, and that and that standee will live on in better places and travel to even bigger and better places than I might. And I will be happy to wish it the best along its journey. I was gonna try and nab it. I was surprised it was in good competition. I know some other members of the staff also wanted it, very much so, but it turns out it was Frisk who took it home. But yeah, good time. Anyways, that was fun. It was great. Yeah, standee is in a better place now. Would have been cool to also try. Yeah, it was auctioned. Yeah, it would have been really cool to have it live in my house too. But the issue is if all the standees that live in my house, but my shared house with people, they stay in the house and they never go anywhere, which is very unfortunate. Like, I would like my standees to travel and go and explore the world and live on in place of me. Not that I'm dying, but like, you know, the standee will live forever. And yeah, that is fact. So, like, if the standee can go places with someone who will take it places, you're going to KomoriCon for Halloween. Hell yeah. As long as my standee can go places, I am happy. And I'm happy not having it if that means it gets to go places. So that's good, because I don't want to risk taking it places and breaking it because I don't have a good way to train. So yeah, that is what it is. But yeah, that was OffKai Expo. Lots of Uma Musume was played. Acrylic standee is perfectly travel sized. That is true. If you did not pick up your acrylic standee, too bad. But yeah, the acrylic standees will live on vicariously also and travel all over the world. And she's taking it home for us. We'll be back. We'll be taking them once we go to Komori. Clara's standee is with him too. Love how. Bless Menchie. All right. We will see it. They will be at KomoriCon. If you're going to KomoriCon, say hi to me. I won't be there, but my standee will. Transporting them is scary, but I'll take you cool places afterward. I promise. Thank you, Frisk. I owe you my life. And my standee also owes you. My standee's life is also in your hands. Literally. But yeah, that was it. Oh yeah, also after the concert, we went and watched the Uma Musume concert, and I stayed up till 5 a.m. and that's probably another reason my voice is dead. Uma Musume concert was insane. I was not expecting Hironobu Kageyama to show up during Biko Pegasus's song. That shit was awesome, and I want to do that. So, anyways, that is exactly what it is. Uma Musume mention. You can't go anywhere around a Uzuki Tomoya stream without Uma Musume mention, man. Uma Musume mention. Event sleep deprived, condition acquired, night owl. For real, I was actually destroyed. I knew I had to get late checkout at like 3 freaking p.m. because I knew there was no way I was checking out at like 10 or 11 or anything. Especially after staying up till 5 a.m. I woke up at like noon, which is still only 7 hours of sleep. Actually insane. But all in all, it was a great time. And I had way too much fun. Way more fun than I should have. The vibes were immaculate. I had a great time during my set. According to everyone else who came up to me, they had a great time during my set. And at the end of the day, that's what matters. The memories that came out of it. The memories that were made. The yells, the cheers that we shared. The meeps that were thrown on the ground. And with that, it's really freaking late. I need to go to bed. I have work tomorrow. So, Otsutomo, that was OffKai Expo. That was what we did. That was where we went. That is how it went down. And that is the memory of it. And we are there. We are done. that is how it is. Not OffKai Expo, OffKai Fest. Freudian slip. I don't know. We are going to raid into Nana Asteria, who is having their birthday right now. Is it still going? Yes, it's their birthday, so I feel like I have to. I'm gonna call in. We're gonna send y'all over there. Thank you all for coming tonight. I hope to see y'all again soon. And any raid message? Almost already so excited for OffKai Expo. I'm ready, man. OffKai Expo is going to be hype. Raid message, everyone just say Tomo Pog. You can't go wrong with Tomo Pog, you know. Tomo Pog, everyone. Everyone hit the Tomo Pog. All right. Thank you all for coming. Otsu Tomo Pog. Go say hi to Nana Asteria. I don't know how to raid on Twitch. Twitch is just going to end. That is what it is. Good night, folks. Bye.
What is up, guys? Thank you so much for watching. Before you go, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. We're almost to 100k subscribers, so if you could hit the bell and share, I'd really appreciate it. I post every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, so I'll be sure to make it worth your time. Alright, that's all, my dudes. Remember, as always, love, peace, and weed.